Christmas is fast approaching. The holidays are fast approaching. The time to stuff our faces is fast approaching. The time to stuff our faces and feel relatively guilt-free about doing it, especially if we've been had good habits all year. There is a trap that a lot of us fall into. The trap of, well, now is the season to eat cakes. We're going to have healthy cakes. We're going to have healthy biscuits. We're going to make homemade stuff, or we're going to buy it off the package, but we're going to be healthy about doing it. And the trap that a lot of people fall into, and it's probably very much a modern trap powered by marketing, certainly powered by, let's call them the ketogenic lobby, if we want to give them something as grand a title as that they probably don't deserve. And that trap is healthy food that's not really healthy food, high calorie food masquerading as diet food. So in a nutshell, how do you resolve this? You know, if your wife makes you a cake because she loves you, if your boyfriend makes you a batch of cookies because he loves you, and he thinks he's helping you in your diet and helping you in your healthy lifestyle, rather than thinking about a diet. Now is not the time of year to be thinking about diet, but we should always be thinking about healthy lifestyle. If you've been made these healthy cookies, cakes, breads, and it's okay, it's ketogenic. In other words, it's no carbs. There are potential health advantages to eating no and lower carbs. Most people, through a sedentary lifestyle and bad eating habits, most adults have become in some form or another, I think it's probably, I can say most, insulin resistant, which means your body doesn't handle carbs very well. That has profound long-term health implications for your inflammation levels and just overall cardiovascular health, cerebral health, cancer prevention, everything. So I am generally in favour of lowering carbohydrates for most people. However, your lower carbohydrate content of a food doesn't necessarily make it healthy. What we're really thinking about with most things, especially if it's in moderation and you don't have food intolerances or sensitivities, which are underplayed often, by the way, in my opinion. Food insensitivities and intolerances are underplayed by the well-meaning health and fitness community that says things like, oh, well, you shouldn't worry about gluten unless you're celiac. Now, this is just utter bullshit, by the way, but I'm digressing. We should all try and avoid gluten, in my opinion, because it's inflammatory. We should try and avoid gluten because it's just been proven to be bad for so many of us who are not celiac. But this, again, a story for another day. I'm digressing. My point being, don't fall into this thing that they call the halo effect. Don't fall into this trap that so-called healthy foods are healthy. If it's ketogenic, it means it's low, or it should be zero carbs, really. Now, that might be right for you and your health. If you've got blood sugar issues, it might be. But the chances are, hopefully, if you haven't got these blood sugar issues, it shouldn't be a problem for you. And you shouldn't fall into the trap of thinking, oh, I'm going to eat this cake, it tastes a bit shit. But hey, it's healthy. Don't fall into that trap, because calories still count, and it's so easy to go, well, I'm going to eat this cake, it doesn't even taste that good, but I'm going to eat it because it's healthy, it's here in front of me. But actually, you're just piling on the calories, and you'll be better off eating a normal piece of cake in moderate quantities. So just a little bit of common sense needs to be applied when looking at these Frankenstein foods that we invent for ourselves. And a little bit of common sense needs applying, especially at this time of year when we all give in to some kind of overindulgence. So if we're going to overindulge, make sure we overindulge in an educated manner and don't fool ourselves.